question. Shravan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Shivagi. Have you wondered, 21 crore, that's the amount that has been recovered from former Education Partha Chatterjee's close aides residence. Where did the money go? A ground investigation and the burning question.
Burning Question, powered by Century Ply, GeoMart and Sharda University.
It's a Republic TV mega investigation on the Bengal cash scam. Sensational details on the show tonight. Most explosive investigation in the Bengal cash scam case. Republic tracks down the school raided by the Enforcement Directorate. Stunning black diary with explosive details emerge in the Bengal cash scam. Black diary recovered from Orpita's residence. Mountains of cash, then an explosive diary. Now questions emerge over Partho's link to the school raided by the Enforcement Directorate. The Bengal cash scam is only getting bigger. Another Trinamool Congress MLA Manik Bhattacharya has now been summoned. One Trinamool Congress minister in ED custody, another now summoned by the agency. How big is the scam? That's the burning question tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen mountains of cash. We've seen a black diary connection. We also saw the Orpita link. But now, if so, ED sources are to be believed, there is a school connection. An ultra-luxury private school that has been raided by the Enforcement Directorate. It is clear there is more to the case than what meets the eye. So we at Republic reached the ground zero to investigate ourselves. Take a look at this investigative report and then the burning question.
In a mega investigation, Republic accessed documents that mention BCM International School in Pingla, West Medinipur.
These school premises were then raided by the Enforcement Directorate, and these premises, of course, are also worth about 45 crores is what we are learning. And there is also a Partha Chatterjee link that is going to be now investigated by the Enforcement Directorate.
So we at Republic TV reached ground zero.
Behind me, there is a school called BCM International School. The abbreviation BCM stands for Babli Chatterjee Memorial International School. And who is Babli Chatterjee? Babli Chatterjee is or was Partho Chatterjee, West Bengal's ex-education minister's wife.
Right from the entrance, it is clear that this is a high-end school, modern systems, luxurious interiors. Some on the spot are unaware that this school has been named in the Bengal cash scam case.
আমি একটু কাইন্ডলি একটু এইটুকু রিকোয়েস্ট আপনি দুটো পর্যন্ত একটু করুন। আমরা স্যার স্টাফ, আমরা অত কিছু জানি না।
এটা আমরা জানি না, হেড ম্যাডাম আছে, আমরা এখানে সার্ভিসে হেড ম্যাডামের কাছে আপনি যখন অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট হেড ম্যাডামের কাছে গেলে আপনি বুঝতে পারবেন যে কি ব্যাপার। আমি এটা জানি না, কার আমি তো এখানে সিকিউরিটি ডিউটি করছি এইটুকু। আর স্কুল কত 2 বছরের মতো আগে লকডাউনের সময় থেকে এটা মানে।
But in casual conversation, local hints at Partha Chatterjee link. Hear this man in the pink shirt.
না একবার এসেছিলেন জানি। হ্যাঁ পুলিশ ছিল যখন রাস্তা দিয়ে পাস করছিলাম। হ্যাঁ এই ছিল রাস্তায় যেতে যেতে দেখলাম যে সব পুলিশ সব দাঁড়িয়ে আছে। হ্যাঁ এবারে উদ্বোধনের এই ছিল বা সম্বোধনা কি একটা ব্যাপার ছিল এরকম হঠাৎই প্রোগ্রামের ব্যাপার ছিল। অতটা ঠিক মনে নেই, তো মাস 3-4 এরকম একটা হবে আর কি।
And even this bike-born local.
সব থেকে ব্যাপার বড় যে এত বড় একটা স্কুল করেছে, স্কুল পার্থ চট্টোপাধ্যায় করেছে, তারই জানি না শুনেছি আর কি। এত বড় একটা স্কুল হয়েছে, ছেলেকে ভর্তি করেছি, সারা বছরের ফিজও জমা দিয়ে দিয়েছি, তারপর যদি স্কুল বন্ধ হয়ে যায় খুব চিন্তার বিষয় আর কি ছিল। স্কুল কর্তৃপক্ষ কিছু বলছে না, স্কুল কর্তৃপক্ষ বলছে স্কুল চলবে, কোনো রকম কোনো সমস্যা নেই।
Finally, over call with headmistress, we are told the school is indeed named after Partho Chatterjee's late wife.
What is the full form of BCM? পুরো নামটা কি?
Babli Chatterjee Memorial
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল আন্তর্জাতিক স্কুলে বাবলি চ্যাটার্জি মানে পার্থ চ্যাটার্জির স্ত্রী আচ্ছা ওনারই প্রয়াত লেট
Interestingly, the school website names Kalyan Moy Bhattacharya as the founder, the exact name of Partho's son-in-law. The BJP has been raising questions about the school since May 2022. So what secrets does the school hold in Bengal cash scam? A Republic investigation report.
On the burning question tonight, joining us is Shatarupa, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Karan Verma, author and political analyst, Deshratam Nigam, advocate and political analyst, Tausif Ahmed Khan, political analyst, Professor D.K. Giri, political commentator, and Vijay Krishna, political analyst. Let me straight away begin by asking you, Tausif Ahmed Khan and Shatarupa, we're going to open the burning question. The big question that we are asking tonight is that 21 crore rupees that was recovered from an associate of Partho Chatterjee. Tausif, we've done a ground report. Take a look at this uber luxurious school that was made. Now, everyone would love to believe that this was for the cause of education. It turns out that the enforcement directorate basically suspect that the proceeds of crime has been diverted, funneled into this particular school, which has now been investigated by Republic TV.
Mamata Banerjee has herself said yesterday that she will not support anyone who is involved in any kind of offense, be it one of her minister, and has also requested that the investigation should proceed in a time-bound manner. And
Tausif, if that's the case, there is mounting evidence. Shatarupa, there is mounting evidence against Partho Chatterjee. What stops the party from taking punitive action against him? Why keep him in the party?
You know, I'll tell you.
What is the evidence?
I'll tell you. Just give me a moment, because poor Tausif used to come and represent your the party officially, but now apparently he's come as a political analyst of sorts. But you see, I have been observing for the last few days a very peculiar syndrome in Trinamool, which I have very aptly named the hot potato syndrome. Trinamool is right now going through, especially the Supremo and our Right Honorable Chief Minister, we call her Manuniya. She's been going through a hot potato syndrome, because she's just dropped Partho Chatterjee as if she doesn't know him. She has no idea of any of his misgivings. You tell me, Shaunak, is it possible for the Honorable Minister, who is possibly one of the most important ministers in the West Bengal cabinet, to amass this kind of money? It is all very well for the Honorable Chief Minister to denounce that she had no idea of the woman who has been, collecting so much of cash, 21 crores of cash in her flat. The Chief Minister has been denouncing that she doesn't know the woman. But here, congratulations to your channel, especially Renaissance, for getting out this BCM memorial and all the details. Even through over a gate. I mean, I was just looking at your fantastic report. School, which is named after the Honorable Minister's wife, wherein the son-in-law is supposed to be the founder. They're still going to denounce that they have no connection with Partho Chatterjee. This is what is happening in Bengal. They want to denounce Partho Chatterjee, but she is so scared that she does not yet want to sack Partho.
D.K. Giri, respond to Shatarupa. You see right now on our screens is a packet that was recovered from Orpita's residence. We were the first people to put that video out, but today we are also getting further details. 5 lakh rupees, that's the amount that was found inside that particular packet with an insignia of the ministry. Now then tell me that there is no link whatsoever.
Exactly.
No, I mean, the lady is trying to link Mamata Banerjee to this. That is
No, I am asking, I'm not talking about Mamata Banerjee. I'm not, DK Giri, I'm not saying anything about Mamata Banerjee right now. I am talking about the accused in this case. I am talking about the former education minister, and then I will come to the role that the Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee plays in terms of how she deals her party. But that's a secondary question. My straight question to you is that when you see this, there are thousands and thousands of people who have lost their jobs only because of this kind of a scam that was perpetrated for years put together, and then people have the gall to ask this question that, look here, what's the connection? Now the connection, Professor D.K. Giri, I'll tell you what's the connection. There is a joint property of Partho Chatterjee and Orpita, a property that was bought back in 2012. Now tell me, is there any connection or there is no connection?
Three
No, I mean,
flats, two for
you see,
dogs
there
and
is
one for her.
this money that has been found. It has been found in that lady's house.
So-
they might have had
So-
working relationship before.
Professor
But
D.K.
point
Giri,
is-
how does that take away the
You
fact?
want to
How does that
be-
take away the fact that you have a former education minister? Former education, forget about that. Let's get into the specifics of it. What about that illegal panel? That illegal panel constituted by the former education minister? What is it that the Calcutta High Court had to say about that? If everything is about politics, but the fact of the matter is, why should people suffer? Why should people suffer?
Let the
Dying
probe,
of
let the probe reveal all this.
thirst
Why
and
should we
hunger
cry
on the road?
and speculate?
And this man,
This is a very
amassed
serious
crores
and
in
sensitive
his associate
investigation.
flat.
Let the investigation find out. This lady is not the investigator. I'm not
No,
jumping to
so what is the
conclusion.
lady?
I'm not
No,
saying-
what is the lady? What was 21 crore rupees? What was 21 crore rupees doing at her residence? Shatarupa, just hang on, Shatarupa. Let me take this on. You are talking about, let's get the facts correct here. Let's get the facts correct here. Professor D.K. Giri, I do not come inside the studio without facts. And I'm putting this out once again to you. You may have gone to other networks who have been pandering, who may not put out the facts, but I believe in putting out facts, and the facts are these. One, Orpita's and Partho Chatterjee's connection is out in the open now. Stop saying that there is no
totally
connection
established.
whatsoever. If that is the case, then why did Partho Chatterjee actually say this?
True.
Why did Partho
cannot
Chatterjee
connect-
not?
you cannot connect
Did Partho
everything.
Chatterjee, please
You
tell me,
cannot connect
answer my
everything.
question. Did
You see,
Partho
I have a-
Chatterjee distance himself? Did Partho Chatterjee, Karan Verma? If that was the case, answer this question also, that if he had nothing to do, then please tell me, why is it that he did not distance himself?
The probe
Well,
will find
Shravan,
it
there
out.
is nothing
So Partho
left
Chatterjee has no
to
choice.
guess in this.
You know, I'm
The
just saying
ED
that connections
now,
are not
can you
automatic.
please keep quiet
That's all
now?
I'm saying.
ED had actually raided Partho Chatterjee's house only when they
Yes.
found conveyance deeds which were jointly in the name of Arpita and Parthoji. That is when they
Yes.
raided Arpita's house. And when they
Yes, and
raided
the money is
Arpita's
found in
house,
Arpita's house.
she locked a room. She locked a room and said, I don't have the keys. When the ED threatened that they'll break it down, that is when they finally got the keys and found out 21 crores cash.
All that
It is
deal
a
we know, all
watertight
that deal
case.
we all know,
And after
brother.
that,
But the question is,
can you please
question
allow me
is
to
don't
complete my
make
point
the
first?
connections automatic.
Okay,
You are
Professor
giving us
D.K. Giri,
one with
let's do.
your country.
Tausif, Shatarupa knows this. Shatarupa also knows. Karan, let me do this. I'm going to put out some pictures. Please tell me, do you identify these two people? At least as far as even I have bad eyes. I'm myopic in terms of my vision. But Shatarupa,
very
please help me in the
He's
sense
a
that
movie actor, he has spoken
I'm taking the help of glasses. I'm taking the help of glasses to identify two gentlemen. My producers are going to put this out. This is a beautiful photograph. Please take a look at it. You must have seen it by now. This has been used for a very long time. Can our producers put that out? The picture of Partho Chatterjee and Orpita. We're going to put that out. Till that time, we are putting that out, and at least I can identify. Please correct me wrong if I've got it absolutely wrong, and it looks like completely someone else, and I've misidentified them, Tausif. For how long will you continue with this entire sham, Tausif? Why not simply admit that yes, at least one thing gracious about Mamata Banerjee is that at least she's saying that, look here, I'm not going to deal with any corrupt people. The question, I can ask her two other questions also, that Madam, weren't you aware of the fact that Partho Chatterjee was actually running this entire scam for all this while? Why did you actually wait for the Enforcement Directorate and the Calcutta High Court to come up with this kind of scathing remarks? Take a look at what the Calcutta High Court had said. Forget about the political
in the
tool.
next 24 hours.
ED is a political tool. CBI is a political tool. I don't know which. West Bengal police may be the best tool for you.
No, you see, you and I and all of our viewers must not be misled into believing that our country does not have any legal procedure, that our country does not have any legal machinery, or that our country does not follow the rule of law. The rule of law requires that the matter is under investigation. Let the investigation reach its conclusion. Let the court take the cognizance. Let the court appreciate the evidence. Unless the law remains same. Just because BJP
Shaturupa, okay, Tausif, hold on. Tausif, I like the fact that you time and again challenge me with some facts. No, one second, Tausif, Shaturupa, it's okay. Let's be very clear. One second, gentlemen, hold on. Karan, hold on. Come on, 1 second. Tausif, Karan and Shaturupa, just hold on. Tausif, you said let the court take a look at it. Okay, fair enough. That's a good point. And now I want to bring in. Now, 1 second. I want to bring in Deshratan Nigam. Deshratan Nigam is an advocate. He's well respected with his thoughts on this particular subject. Deshratan Nigam, Tausif says that the courts will take a look at it. Yes, the courts will take a look at it. Deshratan Nigam, the Calcutta High Court came up with some very scathing remarks. But Deshratan Nigam, before I come to you, I want, if all my panelists can take a look at this picture. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at it. All of you, please take a look at it. And Shaturupa, please help my dear friend Tausif and Professor D.K. Giri to identify who these people are. I probably have got it completely wrong. Let's put that picture out.
This picture has already been clarified. This is from one of the puja pandal where Arpita was also playing a part, which she was doing a modeling for the puja organization. Yes, you are correct that we have the chief minister, we have the minister Partho Chatterjee, and we have another senior party functionary present in this program, which is a Durga Puja Pandal program.
Wherein the Honorable Chief Minister has very clearly stated, I know
Shaturupa, a quick response, and then I want to go across to Deshratan Nigam. Shaturupa, a quick response. Respond to that picture, because I'll come to the elements, the basics of this entire issue. I'll take it threadbare. Shaturupa, I just want you to respond on what Tausif says with regards to the picture, and then I'll go to the other part. The court part, I'll bring in Deshratan Nigam. First, you respond as far as this picture is concerned.
The only problem with Tausif is he has selective amnesia. Nakkana Udayan Shango was being inaugurated, and this beautiful Arpita was sitting on stage adorned with a Trinamool Uttaryo. Number one. Number two, in the video, the Honorable Chief Minister very clearly states that I know her and I know of her. Do you know how to speak Uriya? I am sure you know. I also know that you've been doing excellent work with Partho, and I also know that you are very closely associated with Virat. Dare me out. Please tell me I'm wrong. Hear out the audio.
Mamata Banerjee knows half of state functionaries by name.
Half, no.
Mamata Banerjee knows half of the government functionaries and party workers by name. And if there are any invitee, if there are any guests on the stage, of course, if she knows her by name,
you're going round and round. First you say, first the party that you support. Okay, Shaturupa, we made the point. I'll come, Tausif. Shaturupa, he's made the point. Tausif, I'll ask this question to you again. 1 second, hold on. Deshratan Nigam. Tausif, you wanted an answer also, right? Tausif, I'm doing a favor to you. You wanted an answer about... Okay, Shaturupa, you made your point. I want Deshratan Nigam coming in. Deshratan Nigam, Shaturupa, you made your point. I'll come back to you. Just hold on. Deshratan Nigam, I want to come back to the Calcutta High Court, because what happens is that getting into the politics of it, people get that edge by saying that, look here, these are tools, they are misusing it, etc., and the entire thing. The issue at heart is forgotten. My biggest point here, Deshratan Nigam, is that why is it that the politicians forget? Because of one man who's making this money, there are thousands and thousands of other people who are suffering because of it. Now, what really happens in this case is that the Calcutta High Court has deemed all of that panel, etc., and all of that was being done by Mr. Partho Chatterjee as illegal. I want you to tell our good dear friend Tausif the reality. What is it the Calcutta High Court had to say? At least then I would hope that Tausif, and even for that matter Vijay Krishna, at least you will appreciate the fact that the agencies have only stepped in when the Calcutta High Court has made their remarks. Deshratan Nigam, I want you to come in.
Shravan, let me give you a politico-legal answer, because these are mixed questions of politics and law. One, the people were already writing to Mamata Banerjee about SSC scam. Nothing was taken, no action was taken. So ultimately, the ED had to do the work. And similarly, another scam is coming up. It's College Service Commission scam, which again people have written to the Mamata Banerjee government, and she's not taking any action. Therefore, that's another scam to follow. And the corruption in West Bengal works at various levels. One, at the grassroots level, which you call Tolabaji, where for every small little work, the TMC worker and office bearers have to be paid. Second, at the organized corruption taking place at the higher levels, where you see people like Partha Chatterjee, the second in command in the TMC, and the scathing comments by the Kolkata High Court about the panel and the diary which has been recovered. These are all very serious things. And prima facie, let me tell you, it has already been established, because under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, under Section 24, the burden of proof is reversed. It is the Partha Chatterjee and Arpita and anybody else who is made accused has to prove his innocence. He is guilty till proven innocent. It is the reverse burden of proof under Section 24 of the PMLA. So he is guilty as of now. The only thing the ED had to do was prima facie establish the proof, which they proved it by recovery of money, the diary that has come out, and various other factors. So they have established their case. Now the Partha Chatterjee and company will have to prove that this is not the proceeds of crime, that they have money laundered. So burden of proof has already shifted in this case as per the PMLA. Now, if you also look at the various aspects of the law out here, courts have been very stringent about PMLA, because they say the public and the society gets affected at large. Therefore, the burden of proof has been shifted to accused. And things are very, very serious, and you have to realize when the government of the day, the chief minister, does not take action despite huge cry by the public, then you can understand the connections where it goes and how the money is being shared. I am saying because Mamata Banerjee did not take any action. Even College Service Commission is coming up. People are raising, they have written to Mamata Banerjee. No action has been taken. So things are quite clear that the rot is quite deep, as you are showing in your on the screen. It has to be unearthed, and many pillars will fall in West Bengal, because things may not be as simple that you just have unearthed the first layer. There are various layers to it, and the organized corruption has the sanction of the government at the highest level. So to wash off hands that I don't know this person, the person should be given life imprisonment also without suspending. The person is not being suspended. Under the law, he is guilty till proven innocent. That Mamata Banerjee, I am sure her legal team knows about it. Under the PMLA, a person is guilty till proven innocent. And that's the first step it should be taken, that the person... Burden of proof, yes, with regard to source of money remains with Arpita only, because the money was recovered from her house. And
see,
not
let
from
me tell you, it was
Chatterjee's
recovered,
house,
as
not
Karan
from
said,
Mamata
it was
Banerjee's
recovered.
house.
It was
So
recovered on account of the evidence recovered at Partha Chatterjee's house. It was recovered on the basis of evidence recovered at Partha Chatterjee's house.
That lady,
it is not an independent recovery. It is not an independent recovery. Tausif, as a lawyer, you should know it is not an independent recovery. It is based on the evidence collected at Partha Chatterjee's house.
The connection between the money, the cash, and the scam, the alleged recruitment scam, is yet to be established. For an example,
totally
what you're saying is correct.
Arey bhai, prima facie, it has already been established.
It has already been established. And year before, And after that,
totally been
demonetization
established.
took
Tawseef.
place. So if I go by your logic that these are the money collected in lieu of recruitment scam, then these money ought to be the post pre-demonetization money, which they are not.
This money was in the
Accused has to
envelopes of
prove.
SCP.
Okay,
Now accused has
Karan-
to prove that it is not the
Much of the
proceeds of
money
crime.
Is with the only burden
One second.
is with
Karan and Vijay Krishna. The other issue, Tawseef, we've addressed the issue. We have addressed the issue of the court. You've already heard what Deshratan Nigam had to say about the court, the Calcutta High Court, as far as the teacher recruitment scam is concerned. Now, it actually raises even more scathing, questions, I would say. That is, one, what was the Chief Minister really doing? Wasn't she really aware that this was actually happening? And why was no action really taken? Because the kind of muted response that came in, Karan Verma and Vijay Krishna, I want to ask you this question. Why should the opposition really cry hoarse by saying that, look here, we are being targeted? When the court basically intervenes, and then you have the same age-old argument that, look here, this is only targeting the opposition leaders. What would you say when the court makes that kind of an observation? Or it's the court's order based on which the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate has carried out their investigation?
Not only that, Shravan, what is so surprising is that
Namaste, Senji.
here,
Is it my opportunity to speak?
Let Karan make that point.
Please,
and then
please
Vijay
give me an
Krishna can
opportunity
come
to speak, please.
in. Vijay
First,
Krishna,
I'm
I'll give you the
I'm
opportunity.
speaking right
Don't
now.
worry.
Yeah. So, Shravan, not only that, it's coming from the court. When the agency raids and they find hard cash, and not only do they find hard cash, much of it, as you're showing on your screen, is in the envelopes of the ministry. It has the original insignia. Plus, it has conveyance deeds which are jointly in their name. If after that one has to cry horse and one has to say politics of vendetta, then they are kidding themselves, and the public today is intelligent enough to understand that. And this has been a pattern of the opposition, be it the National Herald case, be it the liquor scam which is being unearthed in Delhi, or the cash scam diary today in Kolkata. So this doesn't work. You can cry all you want, political vendetta, but if the hard facts, clinching facts are right there in front of you, then the public is going to judge you for that. And legally, politically, both aspects wise, it doesn't make sense crying political vendetta. They should course correct and suspend people like Partho Chatterjee. They should be suspended with immediate effect, as it will have legal as well as political ramifications. And I can tell you this is the Waterloo moment of TMC. Note it down. There is clinching evidence and it goes right up to the top. It is their Waterloo moment, and it will bring down their entire government. It has the potential to do that.
Vijay Krishna, why do you really have a problem?
Shravan Sen, namaste. I would like to tell you, last year, the same Supreme Court, when ED presented the number of cases pending against the sitting MLAs, sitting MPs, and ex-legislators, it was totaling around 122 ex-MPs or MLAs. Then the same Supreme Court asked the ED to expedite the cases against these people. So I honor what Calcutta Court opined about taking action against corruption accused people, but I would like to differ with one expert who says that once ED files a case against anybody, that it means that they are guilty, that they are supposed to prove themselves innocent. It is wrong, because we are all the citizens of this country. Until proven guilty, we are only accused.
No, so till
but
that
I would like to say there are many BJP MPs, and there are Shravan Sen, there are many BJP MPs. Many BJP MPs who also face the ED charges, like ex-Chief Minister Yediyurappa and Midunda Chakrabarti. He was once upon a time a Naxal, then he went to Bollywood, and he came up. He came up in life. He also bought a 5-star hotel in Tamil Nadu, Chakamandalam.
What are you trying to say, Vijay Krishna? Vijay Krishna, what are you trying to say?
Recently, Suvendu
Now, are we talking? Is the debate about Mithun Chakraborty?
He also faces ED case.
No, one second. I'll answer that. Problem is that I don't like this rhetoric business, but Shatarupa, since I'll allow Shatarupa to respond because Vijay Krishna, you seem to be having a problem with the Bharatiya Janata Party, so let the Bharatiya Janata Party respond to it.
जब मैं राहुल गांधी जी को देखता हूँ रोड पे वो बैठे हुए, आप नरेंद्र मोदी जी को भी माँ है.
Vijay Krishna, you made a point. You want to hear a response to you want to hear a response. You say, okay, hold on, Vijay Krishna. Once you started, you don't want to end. One second, Shatarupa, 1 minute. Let me stop Vijay Krishna first of all. Vijay Krishna, no, Shatarupa, just 1 minute. 1 minute.
सस्पेंड किया है.
No, Vijay Krishna, नहीं Vijay Krishna, आपको do you know what has happened? No, you seem to be. I'll just help you out a little bit because the problem is you have come unprepared. I'll help you out because I've come with facts. I'll help you out. I'll help you ask a question to Shatarupa also. I can help you. Hold on. Why don't you ask her this question? No, Shatarupa. No, ask one second. Shatarupa, hold on. Shatarupa, 1 minute. Shatarupa, please be kind to Vijay Krishna. Please be kind to Vijay Krishna. 1 second. One second. Shatarupa and others, please be kind to Vijay Krishna. He's come to the debate very unprepared. He's come to the debate unprepared, and it's my job as the moderator to help him out. Sometimes you have certain students who need a little bit of help, especially the backbenchers. Especially the backbenchers who are not very used to getting the facts correct. So I'll help you, Vijay Krishna. I'll help you. The question that you should have actually asked Shatarupa is as to whether at all as your party, your esteemed leaders have essentially time and again spoken about it, that if any leader goes to the BJP, it's like a washing machine, everyone gets clean. But the fact of the matter is that in the Sharoda case also, look at the proceedings that have taken place in the court. None of the cases have been dropped as yet, Vijay Krishna. None of the cases have been dropped. So if you are under the impression that, okay, it has been shut, people have been given the clean chip, I don't know. Probably as a reporter, I have missed out the story. Why don't you help me out, Vijay Krishna? But the question that you should have been asking, Shatarupa, I want you to respond.
Sure. I'll enlighten you, all of you. You see, you're very right, Shravan.
Shatarupa ji,
no, Vijay Krishna, hold on. Don't. Vijay Krishna, I have helped you. Vijay Krishna, I have done your job. Vijay Krishna, मैंने आपके लिए काम कर दिया है. Come on, Vijay Krishna, you should thank me. No, Vijay Krishna, you should. No, one second. Vijay Krishna, Shatarupa, 1 minute. One last point I'll make this. One last point I would like to make. Vijay Krishna, my dear friend. Vijay Krishna, you should actually thank me. I am the one who's raising the question and asking Shatarupa on your behalf. You should have done that. I am doing it on your behalf. Shatarupa, please answer. Now, okay, Vijay Krishna, done. Vijay Krishna, it's done. Vijay Krishna, it's done. I've asked the question. Let me get a proper response from Shatarupa. Shatarupa, please answer.
Yes. You see, you are very right. Many people who have been accused in several cases are there. Part of BJP right now, but the Honorable Home Minister has very clearly stated in Parliament that nobody has been given a clean chit. The opposition keeps on crying themselves hoarse, saying that BJP is like a huge washing machine. Let me assure you, BJP is by no means a washing machine. Yes, people are out on bail. Yes, there have been inquiries. Yes, they have a track record, but we are very hopeful that they might change with the BJP ideology. Well, if they don't, then the law will take its own course. The Honorable Home Minister has been put on record in Parliament saying that no case has been dropped. What the anchor is saying for everybody's benefit is very clear. People are there, people are out on bail, but no case has been dropped. And I also want to remind the honorable panelists here that
Shatarupa ji, the cases against BJP members has been put in hibernation. They will never come to conclusion. We'll be conducting debates even after 20 years. But ED will not take any action against these people. Like Sujna Chowdhury and another ex-TDP member who joined BJP. They cheated banks to the tune of 369 crores. Till now, not a single whisper about this corruption. And
BJP doesn't.
you have decided
BJP doesn't
only
seem to have
Ambanis
partnered
and
with ED.
Adanis will
You
make
seem to
money.
be having one.
If a
You seem to be
common
having
woman like
extra information
Arpita
about the
Mukherjee,
enforcement
who
directorate.
has been
This
working
calls for
hard in
separate
film
inquiry.
industry and modeling industry, makes money, and who does not believe in
Are
depositing
you
money in
an
any banks and
astrologer?
keeps it at a
Are
residence,
you an
and that
astrologer?
becomes money.
Are you a fortune
Prevention of
teller?
Money Laundering
Are you
Act, and it's a
soothsayer?
crime.
Someone, I want my horoscope checked.
If
Okay,
Partha
Vijay
Chatterjee sets
Krishna,
up a school
hold on.
for
Vijay Krishna,
educating
enough,
children,
enough.
then even
No,
that becomes a crime.
talking over each other is not going to really help. Vijay Krishna, this talking over each other does not really help. Let Shaturupa, I'll give her 30 seconds more. Shaturupa, why don't you respond? 30 seconds to you, and then I'll also bring in DK Giri. He's been waiting for quite some time.
Yes. I was just saying that people are there, people are out on bail, people who have been accused. Yes, they are maybe still part of our organization, and they will be like it was very clearly stated by the Honorable Home Minister in Parliament that no inquiry has been dropped. It is taking time. It will take time. The law will take its own course. But nobody, BJP is not the washing machine that the opposition claims it to be. And just a reminder all over again, the Honorable Home Minister himself was in jail for 6 months in 2002. You might remember. Our most respected leader, LK Advani, was jailed in the Hawala scheme. He immediately resigned from the cabinet. Do we see such examples in Trinamool ever? No, they keep on crying themselves out. We have the Chief Minister who dances across and goes and creates havoc in front of Nizam Palace. Anytime anybody gets arrested, fortunately or unfortunately, very mysteriously, here she is treating a Partha Chatterjee like a hot potato. Why? I have another very unique observation. Last time in the Dello case, it was a red diary. This time in the Partha Chatterjee's Diamond City case, it has now become the black diary. Are they now playing with colors? I'm very impressed with this.
Professor DK Giri, are we playing with colors? Shaturupa is asking you this question. A black diary.
Well, I mean, Shaturupa, lady, I think.
Okay, Shaturupa, you made a point. Let DK Giri respond.
The lady panelist seems a bit innocent. She's taking a very self-righteous position that BJP, no proceedings have been done, but all proceedings have been stalled. All proceedings have been stalled.
Says who, DK
Nobody has
Giri?
been prosecuted. Please don't give us this self-righteous really harangue to us. We know it. Anybody goes to BJP, all these things are stalled. Tell me one person.
Why don't you talk about the case today?
So one person, wait a minute, I'm telling you, since 2014, tell me one person who has been prosecuted. One person since 2014. I stop. You see, you will not answer it. You will not answer it because you don't have an answer. I'm asking you since 2014. Who is BJP person?
Okay, Shaturupa, you made a point. I want Karan and DK Giri. Karan. Okay, DK Giri, 1 second, let me take this question. Karan. Hold on. DK Giri, just hold on. I'll give you the chance to respond once again. Let me bring in Karan Verma to put this into perspective. Karan Verma, the moment you start asking these questions about the opposition parties, be it the Congress, when you say that why should Sonia Gandhi be called in for questioning? Why don't you send the ED officials to Sonia Gandhi's residence? When Rahul Gandhi comes in for questioning, they say that why is Rahul Gandhi being called in for questioning? This is political vendetta. Now when cash has been recovered from people's residence, from the former education minister's close associates' residence, then you say that, okay, look here, there is no connection. Evidence emerges, it turns out completely different. Now, Karan Verma, I want to ask you this question. Okay, DK Giri, allow me to put this out. DK Giri, come on. DK Giri, hold on. DK Giri, just hold on. Karan Verma, I want to ask you this question. Goes back to the same thing. Have all the cases against the ruling party really has been put under the cold storage? Now, with that argument, investigative agencies should not be looking into any other cases, because the moment you have the opposition parties which are open, because DK Giri, what is happening? I'll tell you one more thing. There's a short, interesting information that I have. Karan, I'm sorry to take this more time, but for everyone, for the benefit of all our viewers right now, and for you panelists, there's a little bit of information that I have with me right now at my disposal. In one of my shows, I had also put this information that it turns out that there was a tip-off that the Enforcement Directorate had about this money, which was parked at Orpita's residence. I am told that had the enforcement directorate not carried out the searches on that very day, within the next 1 or 2 days, they had made the plans for the money to be moved out.
Yes. To the public for this information. Absolutely correct.
They could not. You
Shravan.
found all that money.
Shravan, Mr. Giri would not want you to complete the argument because he knows he'll be exposed.
No, don't play this childish thing.
Now
I know what is the
to
argument.
continue
I'm a
ranting.
professor.
Sir, would you please
I'm
hold
all
the
my life
question?
I'm doing argument. Karan, don't
Please,
try
please.
this trick on me.
No,
Don't try this trick on me. I have been arguing all my
please
life.
have the decency
You know,
of a
this is
good
my
argument.
profession.
Hear me out.
No, don't tell
Hear
me
me
that.
out.
Professor
Have the decency of a good argument.
Professor Giri, just give Karan 30 seconds. Professor Giri, come on. If you want people to understand your arguments, if you want people to understand your arguments, Professor Giri, there's no point shouting over each other. There's no point shouting over each other. Why don't you, Karan, why don't you respond? Karan, 30 seconds to you, and then I want Professor Giri and then Tausif to also come in. Professor Giri, just hold on. Karan, make your point.
Yeah, Shravan, when you have clinching evidence staring at you in the eye, your best defense can be either speak over the other person because you might be exposed, or point the finger in the other direction. All out shots against BJP. Say they are responsible. Say politics of vendetta. Politics of vendetta doesn't exist as per the Bhajan Lal case. Motive doesn't matter. It is only the merits of the case that matters. They have failed. People like Professor Giri have failed on the merits of the case. They will not discuss with you why 21 crores were seized. They will not discuss with you what conveyance deeds which were in joint names. What were they doing? They will not discuss with you the contents of the black diary. They will keep shouting and ranting political vendetta or say, wait for the probe to end, because they know that as per a loophole in our justice system, cases take years to complete. But the fact of the matter is, prima facie, you have clinching evidence, and on moral grounds, he should be suspended and you should not be defending the indefensible.
It comes back to the same question, Professor Giri. Okay. What sort of a message? Okay, Professor Giri, can I ask you this question and then you respond?
No, let me respond to him, then you ask me a question. I can't play with 11 players, including the umpire. Mr. Karan, I'll tell you some basics of debate. Quote me on something what I've said. I've never said political vendetta. In all my channels in last 3 years, I never said. I'm only point I'm making is the law should apply to everybody. When did I say political vendetta? If you know how to debate,
so let's talk about this
on what I
case
said.
today.
I never said it. I never said it.
Is this debate about other cases or this debate is about the Partho Chatterjee case?
Listen to me. Why are you interrupting
now? Did you listen to me when I was speaking?
Why are you interrupting now?
Karan, hold on. Let Professor Giri. Karan, just hold on. Let Professor Giri respond. Karan, hold on. You made your point. Karan, you made your point. Karan, you made your point. Let Professor Giri to Professor Giri respond.
One sentence. I never said political vendetta, Mr. Karan. Even once. I never said it. I said I never questioned Rahul or Sonia being called to ED. Never. I am only saying the law should apply to everybody universally across the party. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You have to agree. Everybody will agree.
We all agree
that is
on
what
that.
current debate
We all
about.
agree on
Don't
that.
tell me things
That has
which
nothing
I've
to
never
do
said.
with the merits of the Partho Chatterjee case. You must debate the Partho Chatterjee case and have the morality to say there is clinching evidence and he should be suspended.
Oh my God, you hold on to your clinching evidence. You are not the judge, man. It is a political debate. We are not running a court here.
You can see that. When 21 crores are seized,
Deshratan Nigam and Tausif. Okay, both of you made your points. I'm running short of time now. Deshratan Nigam and Tausif. We come back to square one. We raise the same very question time and again that look here, let the court decide. So till that time, when even there is mounting evidence about the role that has been played by a public representative, we are coming back to the same issue. That is, if you go by what Mamata Banerjee had to say, it is almost like, okay, one mistake, it happens. If you remember what Mamata Banerjee said yesterday, I was completely baffled. What was the point that the Chief Minister was trying to make? That when I'm recruiting 100 people, one person, acceptable. It can happen. Now it comes back to the same question. The political part of it is that, are you trying to actually give that long rope to public representatives that look here, do whatever you want to do till the time the court does not come to any conclusion, no matter what sort of an evidence comes out in public domain, I'm not going to take any action against you.
No, you see, there are two factors. One, that is court, and court is the last word. unless court declares anyone's guilty, one enjoys the presumption of innocence. And then the other factor, that is BJP as a washing machine. Let's take an example. Himanta Biswa Sarma, corruption charges against him, being hounded by central agencies. He joins BJP, all the investigations against him stops, and he has come out as a clean person after being washed in the BJP washing machine and made a chief minister. If this is the approach, then the BJP ruling dispensation of the central government is lying to the people, is playing politics with the people, is not truthful in their fight against corruption. Everyone, each and every member of public wants that the corrupt should be removed from power. But what we see is that BJP intimidates them, this shows them the fear of central agencies, and once the corrupt person joins the camp, as it is in the case of Mr. Sarma, the investigation.
One last word to Deshratan Nigam, and I'm running out of time. One last word to Deshratan Nigam. Respond to what Tausif said.
Shravan, one thing, the scam pertains to the department of which Mr. Partha is the minister. The basic principle is that he should be removed till the investigation is going on. Whether he's guilty or not guilty, finally the court will decide. But the basic principle is that he should be removed from the department of which the scam is related. That's the basic principle. Now, secondly, people every time talk about washing machine. Once the case is registered, it is under the control of the court. No prosecuting agency, whether it is ED or CBI, can wash it. It has to be done with the consent of the court. Any name has to be dropped. It has to be dropped with the consent of the court. Applications have to be filed. So investigation is also monitored by the court. So nobody can interfere with the process of court unless and until people out here are trying to raise fingers towards the court. Once it goes to the court, once an FIR is registered or the ED registers a case or a CBI registers a case, then the court takes over. So even if any party tries to, tries to wishy-washy things, they cannot do it because it is monitored and controlled by the court.
Well, thank you very much. Shatrupa, I'm really running out of time. Okay, just 20 seconds, Shatrupa. I just don't have much time left now. Shatrupa, just 20 seconds.
All I want to convey to West Bengal and the rest of the country through your channel is that Dharmer called Bata Shenore. And this is what you very well understand as a Bengali. These people have made millions cry on the road for SSC, for the tax scam. People are qualified and they had to cry and beg on the road for jobs. Why? Because these people were amassing 21 crores, which is just
okay, Shatrupa, you made your point. In fact, all that I can say that we here at the Republic Media Network, like what we did today, go to ground zero, get the story for you to see.
Kudos to you.
That investigation will still continue. Thank you very much, Shatrupa Karan Verma, Deshratan Nigam, Tausif Ahmed Khan, Professor Giri, and Vijay Krishna for joining us on The Burning Question.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 9 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Reading allows us to become familiar with ourselves.
We don't read, we won't know what is knowledge. I just find it very interesting to know people's lives, how they went through certain situations, how they dealt with things.
So wherever you want to go in life, if you read books along those lines, then that would really help you in growing.
Reading could mean a million different things to every individual. What does it mean to you? Visit readindia.info to find out more.
Where the software engineer meets the gifted content writer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
Wherever you are, whenever you want, Republic Livestream with you everywhere. Republic Livestream, India's #1 streaming news.
युद्ध सरकारें नहीं लड़ती, युद्ध पूरा देश लड़ता है। सरकारें आती जाती रहती हैं, लेकिन देश के लिए जो जीने और मरने की परवाह नहीं करते, वो अजर अमर होते हैं। सैनिक आज के साथ ही आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए अपना जीवन बलिदान करते हैं। हमारी आने वाली कल सुरक्षित रहे, उसलिए वो अपनी आज स्वाहा कर देता है। सैनिक जिंदगी और मौत में भेद नहीं करते, उनके लिए तो कर्तव्य ही सब कुछ होता है।
Wherever you are, whenever you want, Republic live stream with you everywhere. Republic live stream, India's #1 streaming news. Wherever you are, whenever you want, Republic live stream with you everywhere. Republic live stream, India's #1 streaming news.
Wherever you are, whenever you want, Republic Live.
It's a Republic TV mega investigation on the Bengal cash scam. Sensational details on the show tonight. Most explosive investigation in the Bengal cash scam case. Republic tracks down the school raided by ED. Stunning black diary with explosive details emerge in the Bengal cash scam. Black diary recovered from Orpita's residence. Mountains of cash, then an explosive diary. Now questions emerge over Partho's link to the school raided by the Enforcement Directorate. The Bengal cash scam is only getting bigger. Another Trinamool Congress MLA Manik Bhattacharya has now been summoned. One Trinamool Congress minister in Enforcement Directorate custody, another now summoned by the agency. How big is the scam?
Where the software engineer meets the smart market analyst to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 9 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Wherever you are, whenever you want, Republic live stream with you everywhere. Republic live stream, India's #1 streaming news.
आज 26 जुलाई है और आज का दिन बहुत खास है। आज के ही दिन कारगिल के युद्ध में हमारी सेना ने भारत की जीत का झंडा फहराया था। आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं, ऊंचे पहाड़ों पर बैठा हुआ दुश्मन और नीचे से लड़ रही हमारी सेना, हमारे वीर जवान। लेकिन जीत पहाड़ की ऊंचाई की नहीं, भारत की सेनाओं के ऊंचे हौसले और सच्ची वीरता की।
इतनी ऊंचाइयों पर विजय पाना मात्र गगनचुंबी चोटियों को फतेह करना नहीं है, ये देश की समूची शक्ति को दर्शाता है, हमारी सेनाओं के शौर्य का प्रतीक है।
Wherever you are, whenever you want, Republic live stream with you everywhere. Republic live stream, India's #1 streaming news.